How's it going, everybody? How the hell are you? Welcome back to the Nerdy Jock. It's Super Bowl week, baby. That's right. The Rams, the Bengals, they're going at it on Sunday, and we're going to talk about it. And the NHL couldn't keep their nose out of this either because my Habs have to go and do stupid things. So we're going to talk about that too. And the Oilers? All right, guys. Yes, it is Super Bowl week, and I am going to help you guys out. Anybody who is a nerd but still wants to go to the game and watch it with their friends, we're going to go through some stuff. That'll be later. But right now, let's talk about the Montreal Canadiens. All right, the Montreal Canadiens fired Dominique Ducharme. And it was kind of a no-brainer. But I do want to say something, and something that I've read a lot of, especially on the internet and Twitter. By the way, don't go there. It's a horrible, horrible place. Anyway, something I was reading was that people were saying, well, Dominique Ducharme didn't deserve this, or what else is he going to do when your number one goalie doesn't come back that year after a cup run, your number one centerman is gone, number one defensive centerman is gone, and your captain and your leader is no longer in the picture. To that I say, there were already issues, and we had already heard rumors of people not really happy with Dominique Ducharme, mainly Weber and Petrie, talking about how he didn't really know what he was doing and how they and Corey Perry and all the other guys really had to coach this team through the playoffs last year. So again, I don't think blame is 100% on Mr. Ducharme, but I also don't think that it's not. I don't think there's zero blame on Dominique Ducharme. Let's just put it that way. So then the Montreal Canadiens go out, and after firing Dominique Ducharme, they bring out Martin St. Louis. What? Who? Yeah, that Martin St. Louis. The little water bug that we used to watch and score all those points and everything, and loved it, and wanted him to come to Montreal when he was actually playing and could actually do something for the team, and now he's going to join as a coach. And on top of that, we're also apparently getting Vincent Lecavalier in some sort of managerial role. Pardon? Like, these two guys couldn't be bothered to have anything to do with the Montreal Canadiens when they were players. But now that they're retired and they want something to do, and this is how we go off and... Look, all I'm saying is that at some point, somebody in Montreal is going to need to grow some large testicles and just say, we're going to hire a coach who knows how to coach, who knows how to win. Again, maybe these guys know what they're doing, and maybe it's okay. And yes, we're in a rebuilding, and yes, we're going through all kinds of things. And I knew that was coming. In fact, I felt it needed to happen last year, but then this sort of miraculous run goes, and okay, you get nostalgic and whatever, and you feel good, and you go on this awesome run, you go to the Stanley Cup Finals, you lose, but hey, you got there, and you can't win it unless you're there. My point is, and I think I speak for most Habs fans when I say that you got to stop hiring a guy because the media might get upset with you. The point is, you got to hire a guy who knows what they're doing. The new GM, maybe. I mean, he was a player agent. He knows how to negotiate. Maybe he knows what he's looking for. Everybody seems to like him. I'll give it a shot, but don't come back to me and be like, oh, that didn't work out, and think that I'm going to somehow be surprised. Anyway, enough of Montreal. Let's go to the other dumpster fire in Canada, which is the Edmonton Oilers. Yeah, that's right. Connor McDavid now gets, his fourth coach in the amount of time that he's been in the NHL, which is 5 years, if that. A bit crazy. What has happened? This team, I don't know. I don't even know. I don't even know what to say about them anymore. It's a dumpster fire. And yes, you have Connor McDavid, arguably the most talented player in the NHL right now. And then what? Okay, yeah, you've got Leon Draisaitl. Great. And then what? At some point, you just got to count your chickens and realize that you didn't draft very well, that yes, you stumbled on to Leon Draisaitl and Connor McDavid, and really you didn't even stumble in it, you walked into it. Yeah, I don't know what has to happen with this team. I throw my hands up at this point. I keep saying they need defense, but I don't think they're going to get it. All right, in F1 news, good news. Cars are starting to get revealed, and they look the exact same as every other car that's been revealed. I don't think there's much difference, and I think there's actually a real point to this, and I don't look at it as a negative. I look at this as a positive. If more people are driving the exact same car, then we get A, better racing, and B, we know who the better drivers are. Yes, Lewis Hamilton is an incredibly talented driver. There is no question in my mind. He is arguably one of the best drivers to have ever gotten behind the racing wheel. However, he has also had the best car, period, in F1 for the last, I don't even know, half a decade. Like, it's been years. It hasn't even been close. I mean, 2 years ago, it was utterly pointless to even get on the track. You just knew. Yes, I think it's a good thing. I think what is going to happen is we're going to get better racing. We're going to get closer racing. That's a big one. And there is some wiggle room and people can make changes to the design and things like that. There are areas where things can change, and certainly performance can become a part of it. But I would rather have guys all in the exact same car so that really we know who the better drivers are. Okay, I did want to talk about this really quick. This Lord of the Rings thing. The news came out and all of the posters came out of Lord of the Rings, the Ring of Power, and it's all about the Second Age, and all the posters came out with everybody's hands, and then Vanity Fair thing, and not everybody, a lot of people got upset because there were people of color in. What does it matter to you? If somebody gets to see themselves represented in film or in TV, then that's great for that group of people. Just shut up and watch the show. Honestly, it's probably going to be pretty good. Everything I've read about it seems that, now again, they're condensing a lot of things, because if they don't, then the human characters in the stories are all going to die off after, one season, and then you're 200 years later, you're moving it, and the elves will stay on, and anyway. So it makes sense. I get why they're condensing the stories. I think they really want to tell something that's important to the Tolkien lore and Lord of the Rings and everything. But who gives a hoot? Like, just shut up. You're going to watch it anyway. So just be quiet. It's ridiculous. Move on. Find something important to argue about, like a Pepsi or Coke. Let's bring that one back. All right, enough with the nerd stuff. Let's get into Super Bowl. That's right. It is the Rams and it is the Bengals. And let me tell you, I really don't know who I'm taking. No, I do. I do know who I'm taking, but it's so tough, and it really feels like a pick'em. However, I've been riding the Rams now the entire way to the Super Bowl. I am going to continue to ride the Rams all the way to Super Bowl glory. I think the Rams are going to win on Sunday. I love the Bengals. I love Joe Burrow. I love everything about that team, and I think they're going to be back in the Super Bowl in no time. But, well, it doesn't matter about buts. Joe Burrow, Chase, Mixon, they're all great. I just don't think that they can cover Cooper Kupp. And I said that against the 49ers. Who you got to cover Cooper Kupp? If you don't have anybody, Cooper Kupp's going to burn you. And he did. And that was sort of the end of the ball game. And their defense, man, defense wins championships, guys. And the better defense is the Rams. So that's my pick for the Super Bowl. Are they going to cover? I think they do. What is it, 4 or 4.5 points? I'd take the Rams plus 4.5. Anything above 4.5, though, I would say probably not. Yeah, I got the Rams in this one. All right, guys, let's get into the beer game, shall we? Okay, so you've been invited to a Super Bowl party. Not really sure what to bring. You know that you don't really like football, and you don't even know what these two teams who are going to be playing are, but you do know that there's going to be a cool halftime show, which brings you back to high school because of the rappers and da-da-da-da-da, and you want to see that. Fair enough. Look, football is not that complex a sport. It's super easy to follow. And really just pick a team, put a little wager down on it, and it becomes way more fun. And I'm not talking about necessarily money. I got a wager right now that's like somebody's got to eat hot wings if they lose. So it's very simple. Hey, I had to eat 22 bloody pancakes last week because I lost in my fantasy football league. And that's just a mess I don't want to relive. But if you do, it's on my TikTok and Instagram, and you can go see it. It's there. Let's keep this super simple, all right? It's football. It's not complicated, like I just said. A very easy game to follow. I just went down to the local LCBO and picked up a few. Not all of them I know, but all of them I can probably gauge are relatively the same. See, a lot of times people hear craft beer and they start to freak out and think it's going to be things like sours and double IPAs and da-da-da-da-da and things that are bitter, and I don't like the taste of them and what. True, there are some of those. Actually, there's a lot of those, but there's also a lot of variety. The other thing you got to remember too is it's craft beer. Okay? Support your local craft brewery. It can be super great for them and really nice drinking for you. The fact is, you can go into your local brewery and you can talk to people and you get to know them, and then you get to like know the people that are making your beer. It's fantastic. How could you go wrong? All right, I have a couple of my favorites here. Now, I'm not going to be taste testing all of them or drinking all, well, I'm going to drink all of them eventually. But like this one here, Side Launch. Love Side Launch all the way up in Collingwood. Make a great product. Very tasty beer. This one, I think I might actually crack open this one right now. But this is from Left Field. Little ice cold beer. This is a lager. And again, these are easy drinking beers for those who may partake in, let's say, the bigger brands. Not going to name names. Not that I hate on them, because let's face it, the fact is they make a very consistent product. No matter where you are, when you have a Budweiser, you know that you're having a Budweiser. So, all right. So let's take a look at it. So like I said, Side Launch, that's a really nice one. Left Field, again, a great little a brewery, and they make some good stuff. Great Lakes, okay, down where I used to live, they make a real nice lager, easy drinking, very nice. Now, this one I haven't had before, but let's try it, shall we? Now, when we're going to go try a beer, okay, and you're going to a party and you are a beer drinker, do me a favor, don't pour everything in a bloody glass, for the love of God, you pretentious pieces of hoop. Get yourself a koozie, okay? Get yourself a koozie, slap it on, and join in. Not everything needs to be a ceremony every time you drink beer. Should you be pouring your beer into a glass? Yes, I have advocated that a lot of the time. But again, we're talking football, we're talking simplicity, and it's more fun when you bring a koozie with a little style. Let me explain. I give you the Kilt Koozie. See, the koozie game can be fun and can be entertaining at the same time, or annoying because it goes on. Okay, that's enough. Thank you. Slap one of these. This is Expedition Brewing. Where are they from? Right up here in Newmarket, Ontario. Get you in there. Get in. Nice snug fit. I like it. So you get yourself a koozie. Or, if you're drinking bottles, get yourself a little bottle koozie. Okay? This looks like my buddy Matt Natto. Cheers. Tastes like a lager. Nice, crisp, fresh, really nice. I'm impressed. Does have a little bit more flavor than you're used to, but most of the time, especially when you're dealing with craft breweries, there usually is going to be a little bit more oomph. You're usually going to taste a little bit more of a hop flavor in it, just because this is what they do. They're spending more time. Now, if you want to know, arguably one of my fave lagers out there is actually Cameron's Brewing. Now, I did used to work for Cameron's Brewing, so I guess there's a little bit of bias in there, but this, I swear to God, if you want to get a giant case of lager and have it be absolutely delicious, get yourself some of that. It's an absolutely great, crisp, easy drinking beer. It's fantastic every time. Has a little bit more oomph to it. It's got more body. I just like it. It's fantastic. So good. Delicious every time. And consistent every time. You're watching a football game. It's going to be going on for a bit. You might want to keep it easy. Keep it light. Don't go crazy. Don't bring like a 7% IPA or whatever, okay? Just calm down. If you're a little bit more adventurous, but maybe not that adventurous, you can go to a very nice place called the Middle Ground. I like to put this particular beer in there. It's also from Cameron's Brewing. It's the Cameron's Cream Ale, the Cosmic Cream Ale. I don't want to get into the labeling of that, but this particular beer is probably the favorite of most people that I give it to. Like, I give people the lager, and it's delicious, and people like it, and it's very easy drinking, goes down smooth, cold, all the stuff you want out of a lager. This, however, this is a different game, okay? This steps up into a different stratosphere. This brings you flavor, it brings you crispness, it brings you, oh my God, it's like angels singing out of your glass is what it is, okay? I have had more people convert to Cameron's beer from drinking this beer than any other beer in their catalog. Maybe the 12 Mile. The 12 Mile is also an absolute home run and should not be missed. If you have missed it, find it, get it in you. But the Cameron's Cream Ale, look, I drink it all the time. I mean, not recently, because I sort of eased off of the drink, but I drink it. If I'm going big, this is it. All right, we've gone through these guys. Let's step into this category, which is sort of beyond middle ground, but still I think, a reasonable place that you can go during a football game. Okay, now hear me out. I like to go with things like a hazy IPA. This one again is from Side Launch. Or if you want to go to Nickelbrook, okay, Nickelbrook Brewing. This one's wicked awesome New England style IPA. If you haven't had a New England style IPA, check it out. Again, you're stepping up in terms of hoppiness and flavor, yes. But let's not confuse hoppiness with bitterness. There are differences and there are nuances. And if you're looking for something that gives you just a different element of things, this is the beer to go with. And they're super delicious. They really are. Again, it's just 6.5%, but you're not stepping into a whole new world. You know, these are things, I like to say, like, drink your lagers, okay? Up to halftime, maybe to the third quarter. Get you into some of these, or even pregame. Pregame with the lagers, okay? Then get you into something like this. I like this one, actually. This is from Collective Arts. This is a dry hop blonde. And the can designs are gorgeous. You can't even see it. The can design, like, look at this. How cool is that? I think they use like local artists and things like that. They're fantastic beers. Check them out. This is Great Lakes, and I picked this one up too because I was actually a big fan of it. It's again a New England pale ale. It is 4.5% though, so you can find stuff with a little more flavor that, you know, still isn't going to go hard on the alcohol. Some of them do. Like once you get into 6.5%, like you're going to feel that. I hate to be the bearer of bad news. I do like this one though as well. Bench's Session IPA. Again, something where the flavor's there, and you know it's a coast beer. Okay, 4.5%. Again, it's easy on the alcohol, but it's something that you can like drift through a quarter with. The lagers, they go down much easier. The cream ale goes down super easy. Delicious, but again, that's like pre-game. Then like this is game time. Remember, it's always game time. Game time. All right. And then the last one, again, this is also Collective Arts. This is a New England IPA from them as well. And again, the can design. Yes, a Koozie mucks up the can design, but don't put it in a goddamn glass. Just drink it out of the can. Just be normal. Okay. That's the one thing, if I can say to beer people, just be normal for a minute. All right? All right. If you have to go outside the lines, if you have to take it to a different place, I like going stout. A lot of people don't. I like going there. Normally, people think of stouts as very heavy. They're not, okay? They're not. And they are, if you're a coffee drinker, someone who likes espresso, things like that, probably want to sit somewhere into here. The Henderson I haven't had. The Crooked Nose I haven't had from Cameron's. I don't know. Cameron's popped up a lot about in here, but because I dig those people and you know, I'll support Cameron's all the time. And then Bench again. Bench has actually popped up a few times. It could just be my LCBO as well. You get yourself into a stout. I know it's a weird suggestion, but hear me out. Flavor: dark coffee, dark chocolate, pretty light, not heavy, delicious. Also, if you're eating barbecue, which most of the time we are, this is all about snacks and barbecue. Stouts are real nice with those. Real nice with barbecue. Lagers go with everything. You can literally eat anything and drink this and it's fine. I would say all of these ones that I've suggested are probably fine. You can probably go with just about anything with them. Wings, anything hot actually. If you're having spicy food, these are really nice. Super nice, actually. Definitely check those out. Stouts are that's my off the wall pick, I would say. Lagers pregame, during the game. If you have to step away from this, if you don't want to do this, think about going stout. Delicious. Just have yourself a go. All right, guys, that's it from me. Thanks so much for sticking around and going through some beers with me and letting me share a little bit of that with you guys, because it's super fun and I enjoy drinking beer. So if you guys enjoy drinking beer, then I hope you got something out of it. But remember, it is Super Bowl this weekend. Go have fun, watch the game, get involved. Like I said, put a little wager down. Doesn't have to be money, can be food, could be anything. Doesn't matter. The point is, watch the game, have fun. Always a little betting makes things a little bit more in. Right now, I gotta go. So thanks so much again. Hit that like button, smack that subscribe. We're just trying to grow the channel, guys. And remember, no matter what you're doing, no matter where you are, it's always game time, baby. Let's go!